Sweet clover. Just a little tiny outcrop of sweet clover. So down here, I've talked about larkspur before, delphinium, and there's some here. You can see the gorgeous blue. It's almost a cobalt blue. Just so pretty, so toxic, but so pretty. And if you look at the shape of the flower, you can maybe get a sense of why it's called larkspur. That spur on the back side of the flower kind of looks a little bit like the spurs on the legs of some species of lark. In particular, the lark, can't think of the name of it right now, one of the larks that we get out here. During the spring and summer. So anyway, excessively, extremely, gorgeously beautiful, pretty. I love what this plant looks like, but it's very dangerous to the cattle. And it's pretty loosely rooted, and that's where, in the root, that's where the poison is most highly concentrated. So if the cattle pull this out trying to browse it, and sometimes they do, there's a good chance that they'll get root. And yeah, just that much, just that one plant can potentially kill a cow. So yeah, not a good thing. I don't know if the video I took on my phone a minute ago of the Canada thistle I sprayed, I don't know if that came out or not, because I had left my camera on the dashboard of the pickup, and of course the sun's very hot and direct and shining right down on us today. And so that overheated the phone, so it stopped the video at some point. I'm not sure when. I'll have to assess it later. And I know I was also crowing about how much we had killed the problem of larkspur here through our holistic practices, and it's true that we have. There's so much less larkspur that it's just fantastic. But again, it's a work in progress, and it happens at nature's time, not my time. So we just keep on doing what we're doing, and larkspur is going to get eventually choked out. In truth, we could probably turn cattle out here and not have any problem, because there's so much grass that the cows would not even think about eating the larkspur. It's very similar with this stuff, which is one of the loco weeds, and they're quite toxic. They cause locoism, which is a neurological problem, and it's transient if they don't get a lethal dose. It's also kind of bitter, so the cattle will take a mouthful of it and then spit it out, as opposed to the larkspur, which is not bitter. So there's that. But there's so much grass that they choose the grass first, and so probably wouldn't be a problem. And if they were my cattle, I would turn them out here and I wouldn't worry about it. Prickly pear. This is one of those plains prickly pears, much smaller than the big ear or big leaf prickly pear. Blooming, very pretty. Nice splashes of color. So anyway, that's just a little take on the larkspur here. They're my cattle, I'd turn them out. I wouldn't worry too much about it. They're not my cattle, so I'm not going to turn them out until after the bloom, and then it's safe. So enough of that.